early on didn't have the same or typical violence and action to his knuckleball. They nick him for 2 runs in each of the first 2 innings. Then I thought he got the touch and feel for it, started to have his typical action to the pitch. And then in that 5th inning, a couple of walks to lead things off, and we contributed inside the inning with an extra out. A couple of balls found their way through the hole. And on a night when Buchholz is unavailable, Barnes is unavailable, trying to get him as deep as possible to get us into those middle innings and possibly beyond. And unfortunately, can't get through the 5th.
John, 2 things. How much of an adjustment, given how well he's worked with Ryan, was not having him at the last minute? And also, it seemed like as the night wore on with the humidity, he might have had some difficulty with the grip, with the sweat.
You know, Sean, with heat, you know, we can't change it. There's rosin. There's ways to continue to get a grip. But we knew in advance with the change of catcher that was a possibility. So he's thrown to Sandy before. You know, this is now the 3rd, 4th guy that he's thrown to. So I wouldn't say a late change had any effect on his execution.
How tough is it just, you know, you guys really battle back, you know, take a lead there, and then to kind of give it right back?
You know? Yeah, 2 different times. Down 4-0, down another 3 runs, come back and tie it in 2 different occasions. Robbie's in good shape going through the inning. He's in a 1-2 count, ends up clipping Upton, and then began to lose the strike zone. So, yeah, it is frustrating when you put up that many runs on a board and come away on the wrong side of it.
When Sandy went down, hit by the pitch there, what was the backup plan for catcher?
Hannigan with maybe an IV attached to him.
John, just getting back to the point that Ian made about battling back, not that you want to throw the pitchers under the bus or anything, but how difficult can it be for this offense to constantly have to feel like they have to produce so many runs? You know,
we play the game and the situation that's in front of us. Sometimes it doesn't work in our favor. Sometimes you find yourself in a hole where you've got to battle back, in which we do. I think that's one of the traits of this lineup and offensive unit is that we've got the capability of putting up multiple runs inside of a game, and that's been the case on more than a few occasions.
You had mentioned Robbie a minute or so ago. Was there any thought to bringing Joe in a little bit earlier just because Robbie's pitch count was
You know, Joe was in the game against right-handers. It felt like with Saltalamacchia, he wanted to keep him on the right side of the plate, and with the left-hander coming behind him, you know, Robbie's been 40-plus pitches before. He was the one guy that had the most rest down there and needed to stay with him.
John, when you traded for Pomerantz, we talked a little bit about his innings and where he's at. How much of a focal point is that with Steven in that, at least at the big league level, he's at a place that he's really never been before?
Well, again, we're talking about 2 guys that you know, you can look at the track record and point to a number of innings in which they pitched in the past, but these are also guys 27 and 31 years of age that, you know, we're not looking at younger pitchers in the beginning of their career. So, you know, Steven's coming off a game in which he was in complete total command after 8 innings. You know, I can't say at this point that innings are an issue for either guy.